Articulation. Yeah. When you look into your mind, ask yourself what's true. Okay. The more there's nothing in this world that you can't do. Now I'm looking at the way that shape of different eyes.
What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the WWE Best of 2013 Kaitlyn. Hi, I'm so glad I found Kaitlyn. I actually found her at Kmart, if you can't see right there. Finally happy to have her. On the back we see the other figures in the line. We have Tensai, Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, and Rey Mysterio. And of course we have Kaitlyn here. One of my favorite divas right now, and not much more I can say about the packaging. We have a nice picture of Kaitlyn. So what I'm going to do now is get her opened up, and we'll go on to the rest of the review, so stay tuned, folks. And so here we have Kaitlyn posing out of the packaging. Now, before we get onto her, let's get a good 360 of her. I'm going to say this right off the bat, mine had quite a bit of quality control issues. Some of them, well, they were all easy to fix except for one thing. For one thing, if we look on her hair, let's zoom in on that really fast. You can see that there's some black paint on the tips of her hair in the back, and it shouldn't be like that. Also, when I pulled her out of packaging, her head had this really bad bobble to it. I was able to fix that. Thankfully, it was an easy fix. A little glue in the neck joint and it stopped the bobbling. It's still a little loose, but better than what it was. And mine has a loose waist joint, which, oh, it's my curse with these WWE figures. Okay, now before we go on to more on Kaitlyn, let's bring in some characters for some size comparison. And so here we have Kaitlyn posed with AJ and Rosa Mendes, and as you can see, she's in between sizes, and it's actually good at standing up straight. She's actually taller than AJ, but shorter than your standard diva, which is right. She's not the tallest diva in the locker room, but at the same time, she's not AJ short. Let's get these two off camera, and then we'll get a zoom in on Kaitlyn. That's a pretty decent face. I'm not going to knock it for it not looking like her, because it looks enough like her. You can see she's wearing her standard brown vest top, whatever it is. I'm gonna say it's a kind of a vest. Goes all the way to the back. She's wearing her black pants. You can see her belt buckle right there. Pants are completely black, and she has black boots. She also does have black wrist tape. And I do like the highlights in her hair. It's this really nice blonde color with the black highlights, and I like that. Too bad Kaitlyn's brunette now. I have nothing against brunettes, I just like girls with dyed hair more. But anyway, moving on to her articulation. She has a standard diva articulation. She has a ball jointed head. She can look down and up slightly, and left and right slightly, and I'm going to get a lot of movement because of her hair. It is hindering all directions. A little unfortunate, but what are you going to do? Arms on a ball joint, go do a full 360, go out to about that far, really stiff, I like that. She spins at the bicep, bends at the elbow, and spins at the wrist. And it's the same for both arms, elbow, wrist, bicep. She also does have this cut in her, I want to say midriff, but I know I'm wrong, but underneath her chest. It gives her a crunch as well as some side-to-side action, so that's really nice. She's spins at the waist. Like I said, mine has a loose waist, and still do not like that. Make the swivel here, not here. But legs go forward and back out to about that far. They bend and spin, or spin at the thigh, bend at the knee, spin at the boot, and have an ankle joint. So standard what you've come to expect from diva figures. So what I'm going to do now is get Kaitlyn pose, and we'll move on to my final thoughts, so stay tuned, guys. And so here we have Kaitlyn pose for my final thoughts as a former Divas champion. I have her pose almost like she's ready to spear. It's the best I can do right now. I'm not going to go through the trouble of posing her for all the way for the spear, but anyway, I actually enjoy Kaitlyn. You know, she's one of my favorite divas. Have to support Texas. I am from Texas after all. And she's such a beauty from Texas. Luckily, she's not from my area, because then the whole can't be from El Paso and pretty. But going on, really enjoy this figure. I actually found her at Kmart for $9, or for $10. Came out to about $10.80 with tax, which is the standard you'd pay for basic figures. Now, like I said, I'm more of an elite collector, and luckily these divas have almost elite articulation. I say Kaitlyn is really worth the pickup. This is her first ever time in the line. If you can find her, pick her up. You're probably not going to see her in stores again. I've only seen one, and it's this one. So, happy huntings, guys. Don't pass this figure up. Pick her up the moment you see her. And this is King of Dragons 5000 saying, I'll see you later. Take care, YouTube.